Hey, what's up guys, welcome to the Swanky Productions channel. My name is Ben. This is my Gen 3 KLR 650 back here, and I just got back from a long ride up north on some ATV trails. And my chain is dirty, so today I'm going to show you exactly how I've been cleaning my chains recently. There is no easy way around this. You're going to need something to get the back wheel off the ground, so I'm going to use this Amazon stand here. This seems to work pretty well. I can put a link for it down in the description. The only thing I would say if you're gonna buy one of these though, make sure you take every fastener off and put blue Loctite on it. I had a few of the fasteners laying in the packaging when I opened it. So now in order to make sure the back tire goes up and not the front, I'm gonna put the jack as far back as I can get it. And then once I've got it up in the air, I usually like to kind of give it a shake just to make sure that it's not sort of hanging on by a thread and ready to go over. I'd much rather have it fall over when I'm testing it than when I'm spinning the back tire and right next to the bike. So at this point you might be tempted to fire the bike up and let it spin the back tire for you while you clean and spray, but slow and steady lets you keep all your fingers. I'm gonna spin this by hand, and I would say still be careful of where you're putting your fingers. You easily could get them pinched. I'm gonna take this plastic bristled brush and lightly drag it across the top of the chain to knock anything that's on the inside of it off. And I will move to the side, the back, and finally the top. And as you can see, we're knocking plenty of dirt off there already, which is also evident by looking at the ground. There will still be a little bit of debris stuck on here. The next step will kind of take care of some of that. So I'm just gonna take an old sock here that I've obviously used a couple times already. This shouldn't have too much dirt on it, but obviously it's not the cleanest thing in the world. Honestly, I would say watch the Fortnite video on chain lube. They recommend just a gear oil, and I would say that's probably better and cheaper than this stuff. But now I'm just going to, again, start spinning my tire, spraying it on somewhat liberally. And once the chain starts to show up wet again, then I'll stop. And then I will move it to the inside of the chain here and do the same thing. Except this time, I'm going to spray it the other way. Now you probably notice I sprayed just the top and the bottom and not the side at all. That's kind of where this next step will come in and will be important. Because I don't have a master link on here, I'm just gonna kind of slide back and forth on this. And if you did have a master link, you wanna be careful to watch that part so you don't flip that little clip off of there. But I'm just gonna kind of rub it up and down here as I spin, being very careful not to get my fingers anywhere near here or any of the spokes or anything else. Sticking my fingers kind of in a line underneath the sock to kind of hit all the rollers. Maybe you can hear them rolling. And this is gonna kind of knock any of the dirt off and also pull any of the excess off and redistribute it on other parts of the chain. It is best to do this when the chain is warm, so I like to do it right after I get back from a ride. That way it can kind of get sucked into all the little nooks and crannies. Look at that, almost looks brand new. And it really is a pretty easy job as long as you keep up with it. If you do have a little bit of extra, it does kind of spill onto the swing arm a little bit, which is what you're looking at right there. But I think a lot of that honestly just happens when I'm loading the chain up. So maybe I could get away without putting some on the top side, but I just feel a little bit better about covering it. Obviously the bike gets a little bit messy. Not a huge deal though. You do of course want to make sure that you're not getting it all over the back tire, and if you do, run around in some dirt to kind of scrub it up before you hit the pavement. This stuff is gonna be slick. You also want to pull this front sprocket cover off every once in a while. This can get packed up with mud and other debris, and you definitely don't want that riding around in there. So it's just a matter of removing a few fasteners, pulling it off, and kind of gently chipping away at any of the mud that's in there. Then you can stick it back on and be on your way. Depending on how much money you ride, this is something that maybe you only have to do once or twice a year. Obviously if you ride a little bit more mud, well, you want to check on it a little bit more often. As far as cleaning the chain up though, I'll usually try to make myself wait at least 2 dirt rides before I clean the chain. Sometimes I'll go longer, sometimes I won't be able to stand it. Anytime I clean the bike and the chain gets wet though, then I always make sure that I knock the dirt off and re-lube it, more so just so nothing starts to rust. And really, especially if you watch that Fortnite video, which is a good video and I do recommend you guys check that out, you're not really lubricating anything other than the rollers, and like they show in that video, most of the time it seems like that stuff gets flung out right away anyway. So essentially what you're trying to do is keep it from rusting, which is definitely a worthwhile cause. you also, I think, are probably doing some good by knocking the dirt off. Anytime I clean it, I just go out and find some more dirt. So I don't know, maybe it's a losing battle, but it seems like my chains have been lasting a lot longer since I've been doing this, and I'm pretty happy with my process. Seems like it goes pretty quick, and the results look good enough. So if you guys are either new to adventure or dual sport motorcycles, or you just want to see more videos like this, or videos of these bikes out enjoying the beautiful Wisconsin trails, then make sure you hit the subscribe button. I put a video out at least once a week, if not twice, so hit that subscribe button. If the video was helpful, make sure you give it a like. Take care, stay safe, stay swanky, get out, enjoy this beautiful world any chance you get. And if you can't do that right now, here's some more videos to check out in the meantime.